Hello, my name's Ramon, and today I come to you as an ambassador to a brand new product, Contour XO in-ear monitors, a product created by two great companies, L-Acoustics and JH Audio, both companies very well known in the industry. Myself, for many years, I've used JH Audio. A lot of the artists that I work for have used JH Audio in-ears as well too. If you're not aware of in-ear monitors or JH Audio, chances are you probably saw an artist wearing their little in-ear monitors, whether at a TV show or at a concert, a live show that you've seen them. Um, that's the chances are most of the artists that you've seen are probably wearing JH Audio. A lot of my friends as well use JH Audio, the artists they work for as well too. So great company, huge company. L-Acoustics, another great company, makes PA systems, loudspeaker systems. So most of us in the industry are very well aware of L-Acoustics and use L-Acoustics. I know for me is one of my favorites. If I have the opportunity to pick what PA I want to use for the tour or for a show, I always go with L-Acoustics. I know it's going to be a great tour and a great sounding show using L-Acoustics. And if you don't know who L-Acoustics is, look them up, lacoustics.com, and chances are that you probably went to a concert sometime and heard a show through an L-Acoustics PA, and that was probably the best show you've heard before. So, going back to the Contour XO, I've been waiting for quite a few days now for these in-ears to show up. And today they did. They finally showed up. I got them. I'm very excited to see them. And I want to show them to you guys. Um, Here's the box. This is what they shipped in. It's a great looking box. You see L-Acoustics Creations, Harvey Audio, JH Audio, Contour XO. Great packaging. Great. Let's open it. Let's see what's inside. All right. When open, manual. See the manual real quick. Quick manual, Contour XO. Lots of information on here. If you've never worn in-ears, a quick guide on how to put them on. Service information. There's social media stuff, cable management. There's a bass control built into the cable. Now, this bass control, obviously, bass control, but there's a little tool that comes in the box and you can control that. Now, if you want to obtain the full L-Acoustics contour, you must run these all the way up. 5 o'clock. Take the tool, turn it up. That's the best way to listen to these in-ears. So, great stuff to read. I'm sure you can find this online, and when you order yours, it'll come with it, and you can look through this stuff. All right, now the good stuff. Let's go back to the box here. Let's open it up. Take this little thing out. And here it is, guys. The actual in-ears come in the box. Here's a little tool that comes in, that it comes with. This is the tool you use for the bass attenuator to obtain full L-Acoustics contour. Remember, +5, or sorry, 5 o'clock, all the way up. All right, great. Now, here it is right here. Most JH Audio that I own have the same case. This one's engraved with L-Acoustics and JH Audio, the name Contour XO, and my name, which will have your name when you order these. Let's open these and see what they look like. Exciting stuff. Here it is. Nice. We'll put this off to the side over here, out of the way. Here it is, guys. Look at this. L-Acoustics. It's a little weird angle. Nice. Look at that. Now, as you can see, I opted for the custom molds. These are molded to my ear. They make impressions of my ears. Send them to JH Audio. They build these. Insert all the electronics that go in here. That's the bass control there. You take the little tool, you turn the rotaries 5 o'clock all the way up, and you get full L-Acoustics Contour. Again, that's how you want to hear these. So, let's listen to some music. All right, well, so far, just listening to a few tracks that I usually listen to through PAs. They sound great. I really like what I'm hearing. The true test sometimes it's gonna be, or the true test is going to be on a stage, wearing them with a PA in front of you or behind you on stage. I have a little mix going through here, some live tracks that I'm going to play and take a listen, see what this sounds like. All right. Wow. Wow. Great. They sound great. Okay. Well, I'm going to take a few days, listen to different sources, different mixes, some more recorded tracks, and stay tuned. I'll bring some of my findings back to you guys, and I'll keep you guys informed. Oh, by the way, before I forget, how do you find these? How do you get these? So, again, this is the custom molded to my ears. You can order these through the L-Acoustic site. You fill out the form for custom order. You get your impressions done. Actually, you fill out the form, you get contacted back by someone from JH. You'll get your impressions done, send them in, and then within a few weeks, you should have your custom mold in ears. But if you don't want customs, the universal fit, I'm sure, are just as great as these because these sound awesome. You can order those through the L-Acoustic site, and they ship those to you. So either way, go to L-Acoustics. You can read all about them. I'll give you an update of what these sound like after I wear them for a few days. Um, Again, so far, wow, I really like them. Stay tuned. So, it's been a few days since I've received my Contour XO in-ear monitors. And during those days, I took the opportunity to listen to a lot of different music. I listened to modern pop, classical music, and everything in between. I listened to music that I was very familiar with, and then I also listened to music that I was not familiar with at all. So I really wanted to understand and listen to what these in-ears were able or are able to reproduce. Um, when I mix for the house, and I'm mixing on an L-Acoustics PA, the best part of the day, I think, is when the systems engineer calls you and lets you know that the PA is ready. He's done with what he has to do with it, and now it's my turn to take a listen and do whatever adjustments I think need to be done according to how I want to hear my mix. And the most important thing about that is consistency. So making sure that that mix is always the same. So what I usually do, like most other front of house engineers, is there's a series of tracks that I listen to hear the PA, to hear certain frequencies, to hear what I want to hear, or adjust the PA to hear what I want to hear. And I know that that is going to reflect on my mix. So when the show starts, it's going to be perfect. Um, and in doing that, it just it makes everything better. The show is going to be better. I know how the room is going to react. Obviously, when it's empty, it's a whole different thing, but that's a whole other subject. And then when the audience comes in, it changes slightly. It gets better. Most of the time, it'll get better in the room. So that's kind of the thing that I look for when I mix in an L-Acoustics PA. So when I put my in-ears for the first time in my ears, I grabbed my phone, opened up my playlist, and I played the same music that I listen to when I tune a PA. So the first track is the ones that I play the most. And that track I'm really familiar with. I know what I'm going to listen to. I know what it's supposed to sound like. I know that if I get it to sound the way I know it needs to sound, then I know it's going to be a great show and a great mix. So when I put these in-ears on and I hit play and I heard that first track, it was everything that I looked for with that track. Everything was there, from highs, mids, lows, sub, everything was there. Everything sounded right. I didn't have to do, I don't feel like I would change anything when I hear these in-ears. And I have a list of tracks that I listen to when I do that. And when I went through every single one, it was the same thing. It sounded right. Everything was like if the time was taken throughout the day to make sure that it was right, and like a PA was handed over to the engineer and said, there it is, now you listen to it. That's what it reminded me of. And I do want to say that at some point while I was listening to these tracks that I listened to, I kind of closed my eyes. It's going to sound a little weird, but it kind of put me in a position where it felt like I was in an arena or a theater, walking a room, listening to this PA with these tracks that I'm used to hearing, listening to different frequencies and making sure that everything is covering evenly and correctly. It kind of gave me that feeling, and it's kind of, like I said, it's a little weird, but it was a great feeling since, this year we haven't really been working a lot. So it was kind of nice, and I think that says a lot too, to listen to it and remind you of what a PA should sound like, and you're hearing this through in-ears. So that's a huge thing. So I think that's a huge plus that was achieved by L-Acoustics and JH Audio with the creation of Contour XO. So big plus on that. It's one of those things that you have to listen to understand, and I hope you understand what I'm saying if you listen to them. But that's what it did to me. So that's a really great thing. Now, the build on these ears is it's phenomenal. It's they feel great. They look great. They seal really good. Everything is where it should be. Just a quick reminder, these in-ears have 10 armature drivers. So there's 4 lows, 2 mids, and 4 highs. It's a 3-way crossover. And then also another reminder is that if you want to reach full L-Acoustics Contour, you take the bass dials and turn them all the way up to 5 o'clock, and that you're going to get the full contour. Now, listening to all this other music, everything sounded fine. It sounded great. It's something that definitely I would recommend to clients that I work with. I've worked with so many huge artists, huge worldwide artists, and I would definitely recommend these in-ears to the next artist that's going to be that I'll be working with, or the current one that I'm working with as well too, if possible. I think a lot of musicians would benefit from these, you know, drummers, bass players. There's everything's there. You know, I felt like I didn't have to turn the bell pack up so loud as well too, because it was all kind of there and it felt great. So it was good. The only thing I wish I could have done with them, or I can maybe one of these days in the next few weeks or so, is stand in front of of an L-Acoustics PA and kind of go use them, the in-ears, you know, take them out and hear the PA just to see what's going on once the PA is tuned correctly, and see how well they translate. And the reason for that, I think, would be rather than having reference monitors, if you're mixing on an L-Acoustics PA, or hopefully any PA, you can rely on these ears to give you that same information that you're listening to with a reference monitor. So that's a huge plus. I know mixing monitors for many years for myself, when I do a front of house gig, I tend to order a hardwired bell pack and I just leave it at front of house. So during the show, rather than using headphones, I'm just so used to wearing in-ears that I have a hardwired bell pack, and that's what I solo things off during the show if I need to. And it just gives you a bit more isolation from the PA if you want to do any sort of critical listening during the show. So that's a good thing to think about as well too for front of house engineers. You can also use these in the studio. You know, if you're tracking your instruments, if you're a musician, a singer, or whatever you're doing, you can definitely use these in the studio rather than a set of headphones. I prefer, well, I've used in-ears for many years, so I prefer in-ears over headphones anytime. And these here, they just kind of make that even better because I know what it is. And like I said, it's a great thing. Listening to them, so many great things about it that I kind of almost want to find something not bad or negative, but just something to say, I don't know about this, but I can't. I haven't found anything. I really, really do like them. I think the only thing that I think would probably be kind of weird, and I'll show you guys. Here, I got my ears here. Is this is the little dial that I was telling you guys. Turn them up to 5 o'clock, all the way up, and you reach L-Acoustics Contour, full Contour. Anyways, going back to the only thing, and I've gone through this with a few clients in the past, is that since there's a lot going on in this in-ear monitor, they are a little bit bigger than most. This year, when you put it in, it kind of sticks out of your ear just a bit more than most. That's probably the only thing I can think of, but you know, honestly, to me, it's not a huge deal. It's not a deal breaker. But like I said, I have gone through this with a few clients in the past where they tend to be a little too big, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it with the sound that you're getting out of these. It's definitely worth it. So I hope you get a chance to listen to these or get a set. If you can, that'd be awesome. Check them out. How to buy them? L-Acoustics e-store. Go to L-Acoustics.com or the L-Acoustics Creations website. Go to the e-store. You can purchase the universal fit. Those are great because you can use them, take the little adapters and clean them, and someone else can use them as well. You can let your friends try them out and all that good stuff, and they still sound great. They have a good seal, and they're really good. If you opt out to the custom modes like I did, same website, just select custom, and there's a form that pops up. Fill out the form. It'll shoot the form over to JH Audio and L-Acoustics. Someone gets a hold of you. They're gonna let you know that they'll need impressions from your ears. Get those done, send them to JH Audio, and hopefully within a few weeks, you get these back. You get a nice little case with them. They'll have your name on it. These will have your initials if you go with the customs, and you'll be listening to these, and really, I'm sure you're gonna like them. I'm pretty sure you'll like them as well with the universals. Try them out. I'll leave some links after this video so you guys can see them. JH Audio, L-Acoustics. Contact me. I'll leave my info as well too. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer any questions about them. Again, bring the concert home. You know, we haven't worked a lot. There's no concerts. We're all eagerly waiting for concerts to show up. Bring the concert home with one of these. Thanks. Have a great one.